I'm just sitting down here on the couch watching Pippa eat her breakfast. She was growling at me because she was hungry, but she refused to come down here and eat by herself. So I'm gonna sit down here while she eats. She refuses to eat out of her dog bowl. She got stuck on it one day when she was like a little puppy, and now it scares her. So she'll drink from the bowl and eat from a plate because that is the bougie girl that she is. I'm having a little breakfast here. It's eggs, a biscuit, and some bacon, some water. And Bashi is still sleeping, which is lovely because it is almost 9 o'clock. Oh, you dropped your bear? Good morning. Who is this? Who is this? Too early to start talking? Good morning, sweet baby. You got a dirty face. Slept good, huh? Huh? All right, so I'm sitting at a red light right now. We are on the way to my OB appointment. Brandon's gonna meet us there, and he's actually gonna stop and grab me something to eat because I'm starving, and we have 20 minutes until I need to be there. So, and it takes about that long to get there. So we're a little bit late, but that is okay. Well, we're running a little bit late, but I think I'll get there on time. We do have Bash with us. I don't know why I didn't think to get him, like, to get childcare for him while we do this, but our phones are charged. I brought a couple toys, and I'll just put a movie on Netflix or something, and he can sit in his stroller while we do the appointment. And then after the scan, I have a second appointment with my doctor because a couple nights ago we had a little scare, and at this point I feel like this video is going to come out before the update, so I'll just explain in a little while when I'm not driving what happened as to why I have to have the secondary appointment. If you follow me on Instagram, you may know I mentioned that we did have a scare, but I will talk about it more in a little bit. Right now I just need to get there. They just called us from the first waiting room to the second ultrasound waiting area, which is just these 2 chairs right outside the room. And then we're gonna see baby girl. We made it to the hospital. I was about 5 minutes late, which isn't that bad. And then Brandon just got here. He also brought Chick-fil-A. Are you ready to see your sister?
Can you wave? Can you wave? Wave.
She doesn't even know. Can you say hi? He's gonna pop your trunk and it's just gonna be wide open out there in the parking lot.
Okay.
Little update, we're still at the doctor. Now we are in my second appointment. We just finished with the anatomy scan. Everything looked great, although she did tell us something that I'll tell you guys about when we are leaving. We are now in the second room for our second appointment to discuss what happened the other night and make sure that everything is okay. Again, when we leave here and I have more time, I will sit down and tell you everything that happened. I'm currently choking on Chick-fil-A. Oh my gosh. But anyway, overall everything went great, and I'm excited because baby girl is healthy, and that is all that matters. But I am like ready to tell you guys what happened the other night and why we have to have this second like appointment afterwards. But I'm happy that Brandon's able to be here and join me for this because he hasn't really been able to come to any of my appointments since this all started basically at the beginning of the busiest time of year for him. I'm here, honey.
What's the button? Good job. Which one is it going to be? Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one? It's over there. It's over there. It's over there. It's over there. Let's go.
Go ahead. No, he's scared. He's still scared.
Come on. You're one. Give high five. Hey.
Okay. Ooh, that's not good. Hold on. Oh man. Sitting in front of the window is no longer, this used to be my favorite place to film. Maybe if I say, oh, okay, we just gotta get out of the sun. Perfect. All right, so Bash is napping still, and I figured now is a good time to talk to you about everything that has been happening, because I know I'm not gonna get the update video up before this one. First, I took my glasses off so that one, they don't glare, but also because Bash broke them, so I taped them. It's a little raggedy over here. I've already placed my order for my new glasses about maybe a week ago, so they should be here I think next week. And my new contacts, I can't get them until after I give birth because my prescription changes every time I'm pregnant, and I don't want to get contacts now and then need new ones in February. So anyway, let me tell you about the ultrasound and why I needed the extra appointment, and I'll show you some pictures. So basically, the night before last, well, as I've mentioned in my update videos, none of my clothes fit. So when I'm at home, I usually just don't have anything but my robe on. Anyway, I didn't have any clothes on, and it was 1 o'clock in the morning. I was up in the middle of the night hungry, so I went downstairs to get something to eat, and suddenly I started to feel like my thighs were wet. And so I looked down and I was like, oh, that's kind of gross. TMI, like sometimes you get like discharge, I guess, when you're pregnant. And so I assumed that that was what it was. So I wiped it away with a paper towel, and I walked back around my kitchen island, and suddenly I start feeling a gush of fluid coming down my legs, and I spread my feet apart and it just started coming out. So instantly I start freaking out because I'm like, oh my God, my water is breaking, and I'm only 20 weeks pregnant. Well, I was 19 weeks, 6 days technically, so a day before 20 weeks. So I'm freaking out, and I start crying, obviously, and I start screaming for Brandon. And I was like, we need to go to the ER. Like, oh my God, something's wrong. My water is breaking. And he's looking at it, and he was like, oh my God, like, your water is breaking. So he said, well, what do I do? Like, do I call 911? I was like, call the OB. So we called our OB, and the nurse picked up and said to not go to the ER just yet, and to put a pad on, because amniotic fluid, if that's what it was, would continue to come out. It doesn't just stop. She said monitor it for 2 hours, and if my fluid kept coming out, then go into the ER. Because I was 1 day shy of 20 weeks, I would not have been able to go into labor and delivery for an ultrasound. I would have had to go to the ER first, which is annoying, but I get it. So anyway, I put the pad on, and I stayed up until 3 o'clock in the morning. Nothing else happened. I had no bleeding, no cramps, no pain, no more fluid come out, nothing. So I did not end up going to the hospital, and I started to relax when I realized, like, okay, this might not have been my amniotic fluid, because it would have kept coming out. So the next morning I called them back, and they told me that more than likely I peed on myself. And it's funny now, but it was not funny at the time, like when I thought it was my water breaking. But they said your bladder doesn't have nerve endings, and she probably kicked you and you didn't feel it, and you peed your pants. So, or myself. And so there's that. Today at the ultrasound, after the scan, my doctor, his wife actually delivered Bash, but he would have done my emergency, what would have been my emergency C-section had we opted for that when I gave birth to Bash, because my umbilical cord ruptured with him. But we chose not to do the C-section, and I delivered him vaginally. But either way, he would have been the one to do it. So he's my doctor this time around. And he did an exam, and he tested my area down there, and there was no sign of amniotic fluid. So he confirmed that yes, I peed on myself, and I also have a yeast infection, which I thought was kind of gross, and can't even really believe I told you guys that. But yeah, I have that. So, and I didn't know. But everything is good on that front. That was the little scare that I referred to on Instagram. But then he said, your ultrasound was beautiful, and we have a ton of photos. The main thing that he said that they have to watch, and this is why I will need to come back every 4 weeks for an ultrasound, because this was supposed to be my final ultrasound, but they discovered that she is rare and has a 2-vessel umbilical cord. So if you've had this and know anything about it, comment below. They said because she's trending at a normal size, she was 12 ounces as she should be, they're not concerned about the 2-vessel cord, but a lot of the times 2-vessel cord babies end up being a lot smaller because they aren't getting the proper amount of nutrients. They want to just keep monitoring me every week or every month to make sure that she's growing in the way that she is. But they said since she already is the right size, that they don't think that the 2-vessel is going to affect her, and that she'll be healthy. Aside from that, she has no markers for any syndromes, nothing. She had the 4 healthy chambers of her heart. Her brain looked great. She has all of her organs on the inside. There was nothing wrong with her ultrasound. All of her fingers and toes were intact. Everything. She looked great, and that made me really happy. And she was wiggling like crazy in that ultrasound. And before I show you the pictures, I'll show you my belly. Oh, this is my shirt from the Vegas trip. But they said that her head is down here, her butt is right here, and her feet are over here. So she's kind of like in a ball, or like a fetal position situation. But she started the appointment in one position and ended in another one. So when they turned on the 4D, we weren't able to get a good photo, and I can show you because her hand is over her face. Obviously you can't see much. This is her ear, ignore my ratchet fingernails. This is her arm bent, and this is her fist. So she's kind of like this, and we couldn't get a good look at her 4D, but they said because I'm going every 4 weeks now, we'll have better ones as the weeks go on, which I'm excited about. But yeah, so it's about as all we could get on the 4D. It's her shoulder, her body, her arm, her hand, her ear. Oh, I'll show you her profile because it's really cute. So here's a profile shot. Maybe if I turn it this way, if you guys don't know how to look at ultrasounds as well. This is her profile. So her forehead and her nose and her lips, her little ear, her chest. They said her spine looked great. So yeah, this is her profile, and she's laying in there. And they did say because she is low, her head was resting right on my bladder during the appointment. So wouldn't be surprised if that's why I peed on myself the other day. But yeah, she's right next to my bladder, so that's why. All right, here's another one, and that's just her foot. I don't know if you can tell, those are her toes, and this is her foot and her other foot. For any of you who are worried about the sneak peek test not being correct, this is to confirm that she is still a girl. So this is her umbilical cord right here, you can see, but these are her thighs, and then this is her little bits, and then yeah, still a girl. I'm really happy, and I just feel so blessed to have a boy and a girl. And I'm excited, and just praying that this 2-vessel thing doesn't become an issue. I don't want you guys to send me, like, if you have personal experience with a 2-vessel cord, you can comment below about the 2-vessel cord. If it's not your own baby, I don't want to hear any scary stories or any stories about it, just because that kind of stuff can be overwhelming. But if your own baby had a 2-vessel cord, I'd love to hear about it. Anyway, let's get on with the vlog. I think I'm gonna go to Gabby's for a little bit. Hi, so we're at Gabby's house. Gabby's actually watching my YouTube channel right now, but only because she's looking at the houses, because they're looking to move too, and she maybe wants to be my neighbor again. Who knows? But this is Haley. You guys have seen her on the vlog before, and she asked specifically to be on the channel today. So what do you want to talk about today?
My teeth.
That you lost your teeth?
I lost 4.
4? When did they come out?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Wow. You're such a big girl. I remember the first time you were on my channel, you were little.
Yeah.
Yeah. How old are you now?
6.
6. I love your little smile now with no teeth. And Haley drew me a picture. Another reason why I'm here is because Gabby, well, I'm always here, but we were discussing my ultrasound and talking about Gabby because Gabby's pregnant too. I'm so excited. All my friends are getting pregnant, and we're gonna have babies. You're due a month after me, right?
March 20th.
March 20th, and I'm February 10th. So I'm so excited. Yay! Our babies are gonna be besties. We don't know what she's having yet because they're gonna wait till the anatomy scan to find out. Just before I came here, I was showing all the photos from my ultrasound. But yeah, I'm so excited that they're gonna have a baby. Are you excited to have a brother or sister?
Yay!
Yeah. Is it a brother?
No, a girl.
It's a girl. She's convinced it's a girl. So I'm like, y'all need to talk to her just in case.
Right, we're gonna prep her.
You need to start prepping her now. Just in case.
As long as it's a healthy baby, right?
Yeah.
They're so excited. You're gonna love it anyway.
Yeah.
Hi guys, so it is hours later. It's actually 8:15 and Bash is sitting here. We're in the playroom and he's getting ready to go to bed and I'm editing the video so that you guys will have it tomorrow morning, and it's already about 15 minutes, so I'm going to end it here. But I wanted to mention this because I forgot. I said on Instagram a few weeks ago that they thought that I had an anterior placenta because it took them so long to find the heartbeat at my last appointment, but it turns out that I don't, and it's posterior just like with Bash, so I should not have a problem feeling kicks, which I've been feeling consistently now for about a week and a half to 2 weeks. But yeah, everything has been going great as far as that is concerned, but I wanted to tell you because a lot of you guys reached out to me about having an anterior placenta and I just wanted to clarify. It turns out today that I don't. But anyway, I am gonna go ahead and end the vlog since it's getting late. Brandon and I are gonna get to bed and just hang out, and I will see you in my next one. Thank you so much for watching. You guys say bye?
Bye.
Bye.